Welcome back, everyone. Ready for another deep dive? Today we're taking a look at AI chatbots and how they can completely change online shopping as we know it.
Exciting stuff.
Yeah. And we've got some great material to work with today.
Oh, yeah.
Some really interesting marketing materials from Stork Inc Media Plus.
Okay, yeah, I've seen some of their stuff. Pretty interesting company.
Definitely. They're making some big promises about how their AI can really boost those online sales numbers.
Well, their 90-day guarantee definitely caught my eye. They're so confident that they'll actually boost your online sales that they say they'll keep working for free until they hit their targets.
Wow. That's a pretty bold statement.
It is. Makes you wonder if AI can really solve some of those fundamental business challenges.
Like, what do you mean?
Well, if your online store is just poorly designed, or if you've got products that just aren't that great.
Yeah. Can AI really overcome that?
Right. It's a big question.
Hmm.
But their marketing definitely pushes that idea that they can deliver real results. I think they call it exceeding client expectations.
I like that. Exceeding expectations. I did see a quote from one of their, I think he's like an architect or something, Abel Garza. He talks about how Stork Inc. wants to, and this is a quote, transform the way we interact with online shopping platforms.
That's a big goal, transforming the way we interact.
It is. But it makes sense when you think about how much online shopping has already changed our lives.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, just look at how much we're all shopping online these days, and it's only going to increase.
Right. So how do we make that experience even better, more convenient, more personalized?
And that's where AI comes in, right? I mean, think about it. Instead of feeling lost in a sea of products online, what if you had this AI assistant, like a guide, that could help you find exactly what you're looking for?
Okay, I like that, a guide. But like, how would that actually work?
Well, imagine you're shopping for, I don't know, let's say a new pair of jeans. Instead of scrolling through endless pages of options, you could just tell this AI chatbot what you're looking for. Your size, your style, your price range, and boom, it pulls up the perfect jeans for you.
So it's like having a personal stylist.
Exactly. Or like a super helpful sales associate who just gets you and knows exactly what you need.
That would definitely make online shopping a lot easier. I can get overwhelmed pretty easily with all the choices online.
Oh, for sure. It's information overload. AI could really help streamline the process and make it a lot less stressful.
Absolutely. And Stork Inc. seems to be all about streamlining and personalizing that whole online experience. Their materials talk a lot about their mission to develop innovative and customized bot solutions.
Yeah, and I noticed they emphasize values like, what was it? Sustainability, excellence, and innovation.
Which is interesting because those values aren't always associated with, tech companies or AI.
Definitely not. But it seems like Stork Inc. is trying to take a more holistic approach, thinking about the bigger picture, not just about profits.
I like that. So they've got a CEO, a CTO, and a COO, it looks like. And they've all got experience in mobile tech and business management.
Yeah, it looks like a solid leadership team.
Yeah, for sure. And from what I've seen, they're planning to expand their teams, bring in even more developers, sales, and marketing folks.
So it sounds like they're really seeing some serious potential in this AI market.
Yeah, they're definitely putting their money where their mouth is.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about the potential of AI chatbots, but let's get a little more technical.
Yeah, let's dive into the nuts and bolts a bit.
Exactly. What exactly is AI-assisted online shopping? How does it actually work? What makes it so different from just, searching for a product on a website?
Okay, so AI-assisted online shopping is basically using artificial intelligence to make the whole online shopping experience, well, better. It uses a specific technology. It's called natural language processing, or NLP.
NLP, okay.
So these systems use NLP to basically understand what you're asking and respond in a way that sounds, human. So it's like they break down your language into smaller pieces to figure out exactly what you mean.
Okay, that makes sense. But how does the AI actually learn? Where does it get the information to understand what we're asking?
Good question. These AI bots are basically learning all the time. They're constantly refining their responses based on the data they gather.
Oh, so every time we interact with a chatbot, it's like we're teaching it something new.
Exactly. Every question, every click, even every hesitation, it's all data that the AI is using to learn and improve.
So the more we interact with these chatbots, the smarter they become.
Pretty much. It's like they're building this massive database of information about what we want, how we shop, what we're looking for.
And that data is what allows them to offer those personalized recommendations and deals we were talking about earlier.
Exactly. It's all about creating this hyper-personalized experience that caters to our individual needs and preferences.
But doesn't all this data collection raise some concerns about privacy.
Oh, absolutely. That's a huge issue that we need to talk about more. But for now, let's stick to the benefits of AI-powered chatbots.
Okay, sounds good. So what are some of the key advantages of using AI chatbots for online shopping? What makes them so appealing to consumers?
Let's see. Well, imagine you're looking for something specific, like a new laptop. Instead of having to browse through tons of pages, you can just tell the AI chatbot exactly what you want.
Like the specs you're looking for.
Yeah, exactly. Your preferred brand, screen size, price range, even specific features you need.
That does sound way easier than trying to figure out all those filters on most websites.
Oh, for sure. It's like having a personal shopper who just gets you.
Okay, so it streamlines the whole product discovery process.
Yeah.
But what else? What other benefits do these chatbots offer?
Well, like we were talking about earlier, they can offer those personalized product recommendations.
Right, based on your past purchases and stuff.
Yeah, and they can also provide instant answers to any questions you might have.
Oh, that's a huge one for me. I hate having to search through FAQs or wait on hold with customer service forever.
Oh, me too. It's so frustrating. But with AI chatbots, you can get those answers instantly.
Okay, that's super helpful. But how do they go beyond just answering basic questions and really personalize that whole shopping experience?
So remember how we talked about customer profiling and how these AI bots are constantly collecting data on our preferences and buying habits?
Yeah.
Well, let's say you're shopping for a gift for a friend who's really into fitness. You could tell the chatbot something like, I'm looking for a birthday gift for my friend who loves yoga. And the chatbot can actually take it from there.
Okay, cool. So it's like it starts a conversation with you.
Exactly. It might ask you some clarifying questions like, what type of yoga does your friend enjoy? Or what are their favorite brands? Things like that.
So it's really trying to understand your friend's needs and preferences.
Yeah. And because the chatbot has access to tons of data, it can suggest things that you might never even think of, like new brands, products, even fitness trends that your friend might be interested in.
Okay, now that is starting to sound pretty cool. It's like having a friend who's also a shopping expert.
Right. But how do these chatbots make the interaction feel so natural? I mean, we've all had those experiences with clunky chatbots that just don't get what you're asking.
Yeah, you end up repeating yourself a million times.
Exactly. But that's where natural language processing really comes in.
NLP again?
Yep. So these AI bots are designed to mimic actual human conversation. You don't have to use specific keywords or navigate those annoying menus.
Okay, so you can just talk to them like you would talk to a real person.
Pretty much, which
Yeah.
makes the whole experience a lot more intuitive and comfortable.
I like that. It's like you're having a chat with a friend who just happens to know everything about online shopping.
Exactly. But how much of this is just hype? Can these AI chatbots really deliver on all these promises?
That's the big question. To get a better sense of what's actually possible, let's take a closer look at Stork Inc, the company we mentioned earlier.
Yeah, they seem to be at the forefront of this whole AI chatbot movement.
Definitely. And their marketing materials offer some really interesting insights into their approach and their vision for the future of, AI-assisted shopping.
Cool. What stands out to you from their materials?
Well, we've already talked about that 90-day guarantee.
Right. Very bold.
But what else makes them different from all the other companies out there doing this AI stuff?
One thing that jumps out at me is their focus on customized solutions.
Okay, what do you mean by that?
Well, they seem to understand that every business is different, right? So they tailor their AI chatbots to meet the specific needs and goals of each client.
So it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of approach.
Exactly. A chatbot designed for a fashion retailer is going to function differently than one designed for a tech company, for example.
That makes sense. Different industries have different needs.
Right. And Stork Inc's team actually works closely with each client to understand their target audience, their brand, and their overall business goals. So it's a much more collaborative approach.
So it's not just about slapping a chatbot on a website and calling it a day.
Definitely not. It's about creating a whole strategy around it.
And that 90-day guarantee really demonstrates their confidence in that approach.
Absolutely. It's like they're saying, we're so sure this will work for you that we're willing to put our money where our mouth is.
Yeah, it definitely shows a commitment to customer success. And it seems to be reflected in their company values as well. The sustainability, excellence, and innovation we talked about.
Right. But how do those values actually play out in their work? What does it look like in practice?
Well, their focus on sustainability is particularly interesting to me. It's not always obvious how technology and, environmental responsibility go together. But Stork Inc. seems to be making a conscious effort to use AI in a way that's good for both business and the planet.
Yeah, that's definitely something to dig into more. It's a good sign.
Definitely. But first, let's talk about the brains behind Stork Inc.'s AI solutions. Their marketing materials highlight this guy, architect Abel Garza. He's like a specialist in virtual learning environments.
Virtual learning environments. That's an interesting background. How does that translate to AI and chatbots?
Yeah, it might seem a little unexpected at first,
Yeah.
but when you think about it, there are some really fascinating connections between those two worlds. Yeah, I mean, at their core, both virtual learning environments and AI development involve creating systems that can understand and respond to human input in a meaningful way.
Huh. You're right. So Garza's experience in designing engaging and effective learning experiences for humans could actually inform how he approaches training AI systems to be more intelligent and responsive.
Exactly. It's all about understanding how people learn and interact with information, and then applying those principles to the development of AI. And Stork Inc. actually describes Garza as someone who can convert a virtual environment into a global phenomenon, which suggests he's got a pretty strong vision for how technology can really impact our lives on a large scale.
So he's not just some tech guy behind the scenes, he's actually shaping the way we interact with technology. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. But how does his specific expertise actually contribute to the success of Stork Inc.'s AI-driven solutions? Tell me more about that.
Okay, well, Stork Inc. emphasizes his incredible ability to design these strategies for implementing effective online learning environments. And this expertise in planning, communication, and security is super important for any complex technological undertaking like developing AI.
So he's not just a tech whiz, but he also understands that bigger picture, the human element of technology. But how does that translate to the practicalities of actually building and implementing AI chatbots? We'll have to dive deeper into that after a quick break. We're back and still digging into the work of architect Abel Garza at Stork Inc. It's cool how his background in virtual learning environments actually connects to the world of AI chatbots.
Yeah, it's not something you'd think about right away, but it makes sense.
Totally. Especially when you think about how you have to teach AI systems just like you teach humans.
Right, they both need to learn.
Exactly.
Yeah.
AI systems, these chatbots, they need tons of data to learn how to talk to us and give us good information.
And that training process is a lot like designing those online courses for people.
Garza's background in making those courses engaging probably helps him train AI to be, smarter and better at responding to us.
It's like he's taking what he knows about how people learn and using that to build AI systems.
Right. So it's not just about dumping data into a computer. You have to teach the machine how to think like a person.
And Stork Inc. said he can convert a virtual environment into a global phenomenon. So it sounds like he really gets how technology can change our lives.
He's not just a tech guy. He's a leader who's shaping how we use technology.
Having that mix of skills, virtual learning, and AI shows how forward-thinking Stork Inc. is.
It shows they're finding the best people to push innovation in AI. But let's get back to how these AI chatbots work in online shopping.
Yeah, let's see them in action.
What are some examples of how these chatbots can make the shopping experience better? Paint me a picture.
Okay, so imagine you want some new running shoes. Instead of looking through a million options online, you tell the AI chatbot what you want.
Like my size and stuff.
Exactly. Your size, brand, price, even things like extra cushion.
It's like having a personal assistant who knows your style.
Right. And then the chatbot shows you shoes that match what you told it. It might even suggest shoes based on what you've bought before.
That's cool. Like a friend who's a shoe expert.
And let's say you have a question about sizing or returns. You just ask the chatbot instead of searching FAQs or calling customer service.
No more waiting on hold.
Nope. The chatbot answers instantly and makes shopping so much smoother.
Okay, what about when you don't even know what you want? Like, you need a gift for someone with very specific hobbies.
AI can handle that. Say your friend loves cycling. Tell the chatbot, I need a gift for my friend who loves cycling. It'll take it from there.
What would it do?
It might ask what type of cycling, or what's their skill level, or what brands do they like.
Like chatting with another cyclist who gives great gifts.
And because it has so much data, it can suggest things you never thought of. Gadgets, jerseys, all kinds of stuff.
This is next-level personal shopping. It's not just convenient, it helps you discover new things.
Exactly. It connects you with the perfect products, even if you didn't know they existed.
Now, Stork Inc. talks a lot about sustainability. How does AI-assisted online shopping actually help the environment?
One big way is it reduces the need for physical stores. They use a lot of energy.
So it's not just about people driving less.
Right. It's about using less energy overall because we need fewer stores.
That makes sense.
Mm.
But how does AI specifically make online shopping greener,
AI can plan the best delivery routes so trucks use less gas.
like a super efficient traffic manager?
Yep. Less gas means less pollution.
Got it.
Yeah.
And AI can also manage warehouses better, right?
Yes, it helps reduce waste and energy use there too.
So AI is making the whole system, from warehouse to delivery, more eco-friendly.
Exactly. And I've even read about AI designing custom fit packaging so we use less material.
Less packaging means less waste. And it probably saves companies money on shipping.
It's a win-win for everyone and the planet.
It's amazing how technology can make shopping greener. But are there any downsides to AI-assisted shopping?
One concern is that it might replace some jobs. As AI gets better, it could take over some customer service and sales roles.
That's a valid worry. We have to be careful that AI helps human workers, not replaces them entirely.
Right. Maybe AI can handle the simple tasks so people can focus on the complex stuff.
Like problems that need human thinking and empathy.
Exactly. The best scenario is humans and AI working together. Another concern is bias in AI.
We've heard stories about AI being biased because of the data it learns from. How could that happen in online shopping?
Imagine an AI trained on data that already has biases. It might recommend products unfairly.
Like if the data shows men buy a certain product more, the AI might only recommend it to men.
That's the problem. We have to make sure the data used to train AI is diverse and fair.
So we don't reinforce harmful stereotypes.
Exactly. And we need to watch AI systems for any signs of bias and fix them quickly.
AI development needs to be proactive and constantly check for fairness.
Definitely. What other downsides to AI-assisted shopping do you see?
I'm a little worried about AI being used for manipulative marketing.
Oh yeah, that's a big one.
Since AI is so good at gathering data and understanding what we like, companies can use it to target us with ads that make us buy things we don't need.
It's like super-powered targeted advertising. We need to be aware of that.
It raises ethical questions about how AI is used in marketing. Do we need new rules to prevent this?
Maybe. It's not just about embracing the new tech, it's about using it ethically.
We need AI to improve shopping without tricking people or taking away their choices.
I agree. It's a balancing act. Finding the power of AI while protecting consumers.
Now let's talk more about customer profiling and how AI chatbots gather our data. It's helpful, but also a little creepy. How can companies use AI without being too intrusive?
Being transparent is key. Companies need to tell us what data they collect, how they use it, and how they keep it safe.
It's about building trust with customers.
Exactly. And customers should be able to say no to data collection or control how it's used.
Give people choices.
Yeah.
But companies also need to handle data responsibly.
Right. Use it ethically and put the customer first.
It's about doing the right thing, even when no one's watching.
It's about building ethical AI systems that respect our privacy.
So transparency, control, and responsibility are key for ethical data collection. This is an ongoing conversation, though, right?
Definitely. As AI gets more advanced, we need to keep talking about these issues.
I make sure AI benefits everyone. Now, Stork Inc is really big on sustainability. Tell me more about how they're using AI to make online shopping greener.
They're doing some cool things, like working with delivery companies to find the most fuel-efficient routes using AI.
AI for green delivery.
They're also using AI to make their warehouses more sustainable, like reducing waste and energy.
A smarter, greener warehouse.
And they're even looking at AI-powered systems to design custom-fit packaging.
So they're trying to be eco-friendly in every part of their business.
They're not just talking about it, they're taking action. It's great to see.
It's a good example for other tech companies. What about us as shoppers? What can we do to make sure we're using AI ethically?
Great question. Being informed is so important.
So read those privacy policies and understand how AI is being used.
Don't just click I agree without thinking.
Take control of your data and your online experience.
Exactly. And ask questions. If you're not sure about a company's data practices, ask them.
It's your data, and you have a right to know.
And we can support companies using AI ethically.
Choose companies that are transparent about data and committed to sustainability.
As consumers, we have power. We can shape AI development by choosing who we support.
Let's use that power to steer AI towards a better future.
It's not just about using technology, it's about shaping it to match our values.
We've talked about a lot today, from how AI chatbots work to the pros and cons of AI-assisted shopping, ethical data, and sustainability. Any final thoughts?
As we enter this world of AI, remember we're creating the future of AI together through our choices and our actions.
We're not just watching technology change, we're shaping it. Thanks for joining this deep dive into AI-assisted shopping. It's been really interesting.
I've enjoyed it too.
To our listeners, check out the show notes for more on Stork Inc. And as always, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep questioning. We'll be back with another deep dive soon. So we've talked a lot about AI-assisted online shopping from the shopper's point of view.
Yeah, focusing on what it's like for us when we're browsing and buying online.
But now I want to switch gears a little bit and think about it from the business side.
Okay, yeah, that's a whole other perspective.
Right. What are some of the hurdles that businesses face if they want to use this technology?
Well, one of the biggest challenges is finding the right people to actually make it work. AI is a really specialized field.
Yeah. You need people who really know what they're doing.
Exactly. There aren't enough people out there who can develop, implement, and manage these AI systems, so it's a real talent gap.
We hear that a lot these days, the AI talent gap.
It's a problem for companies. They either need to train their current employees to learn these AI skills or try to hire people from other companies.
Which can be really tough and expensive.
It is. And it's not just about knowing the technical stuff. You also need people who understand the business side of AI.
So you need people who can connect the technology to actual business goals.
Yeah. They need to know how to make AI work for the company, how to fit it into the way they already do things.
So it's a mix of tech skills and business smarts.
For sure. And another big challenge is data security.
Oh, right. AI systems use a lot of data.
Tons of it. And that makes them a target for hackers. And when you're dealing with sensitive customer information, well, that's a big risk.
Especially with all the data breaches we hear about these days.
Exactly. Companies have to protect their AI systems and all that data they're processing.
How do they do that?
They need to invest in strong cybersecurity. Things like really good authentication, to make sure it's the right people accessing the data.
Yeah, like strong passwords and stuff.
More than that, they need to encrypt the data so it's unreadable if someone steals it. And they have to keep their security software up to date.
So it's a constant process of staying ahead of the bad guys.
Exactly. You can't just set it up and forget about it. Cybersecurity is a never-ending job.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
And I imagine all this can get pretty expensive.
It can, especially for smaller businesses that don't have a ton of money to throw around.
Yeah, developing and implementing AI systems isn't cheap.
It's not. But the good news is that there are more and more affordable AI solutions coming out all the time.
So AI is becoming more accessible.
Definitely. The cost of the technology is going down as it becomes more common.
That's great. So AI is becoming more realistic for businesses of all sizes.
Exactly. And the benefits can really outweigh the costs.
Okay, so we've talked about the challenges. Let's flip it and talk about the opportunities. What are some of the ways AI can really help businesses, especially with online shopping?
Well, one of the biggest benefits is increased efficiency. AI can automate a lot of tasks.
So it can do some of the work that humans are doing now.
Yep. Which frees up those human workers to focus on more important things.
Things that AI can't do.
Right. Things like building relationships with customers, being creative, solving those really tough problems. That's where humans excel.
So AI can handle the routine stuff, and humans can focus on the big picture.
Exactly. It's all about finding that balance, that synergy between humans and AI. And when you get that right, you can see a big improvement in customer satisfaction.
Oh, interesting. We talked about happy customers from the shopper's perspective, but it's also important for the business.
Absolutely. Happy customers are more likely to come back and buy more. And AI can make customers happier.
By answering their questions quickly, like we talked about.
That's one way. But AI can also personalize the shopping experience.
How so?
Well, AI can analyze all that customer data we talked about, right? It can learn what customers like, what they're looking for.
So instead of sending everyone the same marketing emails or showing everyone the same products on the website.
Exactly. You can use AI to tailor the experience to each individual customer.
Send them personalized recommendations and show them products they're actually interested in.
Exactly. That makes the whole experience more enjoyable and relevant for the customer.
And hopefully leads to more sales for the business.
Right. It's a win-win. And AI can also help businesses spot new opportunities, trends that are emerging in the market.
Okay, how does it do that?
So AI can analyze data from all sorts of places, like what people are searching for online, what they're buying, what's trending on social media.
So it can sort of predict what's going to be popular in the future.
In a way, yeah. It can help businesses understand where the market is heading so they can make smarter decisions.
About what products to develop, how to market their products.
Exactly. It's like having a data-driven crystal ball.
That's amazing.
Hmm.
So we've got increased efficiency, happier customers, personalized shopping, and better insights into the market. It sounds like AI is a game changer for businesses.
It really can be. But like we've been saying, it's important to use AI ethically and responsibly.
We can't just get caught up in the excitement of the technology and forget about the potential downsides.
Right. We have to think about the impact on jobs, on privacy, on our values as a society.
It's about using AI to make things better for everyone, not just for businesses.
Exactly. AI is a powerful tool, and we need to make sure we're using it for good. We need to be having these conversations about the ethics of AI.
And working together to make sure AI is a force for positive change in the world.
I agree. That's what it's all about.
Well, this has been a fantastic conversation. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into the world of AI-assisted online shopping. I've learned so much.
Me too. It's always a pleasure chatting with you.
And to all our listeners, don't forget to check out the show notes for more information about Stork Inc and their work in AI. And keep those questions coming. We'll be back soon with another deep dive into a topic that's shaping our world. Until then, stay curious.